What you are about to watch now is just a sample from the audiobook Learn Spanish with AI. If you are still downloading apps that teach you colors and animals but leave you unable to hold a real conversation, there's a better way. Learn Spanish with AI on Audible shows you exactly how to use ChatGPT to speak conversational Spanish with confidence, fast. And when you grab it on Audible, you also get a free PDF transcript loaded with 50 powerful AI prompts you can copy, paste, and use today. Scan the QR code or click the link below and get started right now.
Introduction: How to use AI to learn Spanish. A practical guide for digital nomads, expats, content creators, and tech-savvy travelers and modern learners. Let me start by giving you the unfiltered truth. We're living in the most exciting time in history to learn a language. For the first time ever, you have a patient, tireless, infinitely knowledgeable Spanish tutor available 24/7, who never gets frustrated when you ask the same question 10 times, who can explain the grammar in 20 different ways until one finally clicks, and who costs absolutely nothing to access. With ChatGPT, you are no longer limited to traditional mobile language apps that lock you into monthly subscriptions while measuring your progress with points, badges, and ever-growing streaks. Those apps can be motivating at first, but too often they train you to complete mini-tasks rather than to actually understand or speak real Spanish. You can keep a 300-day streak and still freeze up when a native speaker talks to you in Spanish. ChatGPT flips that model completely. Instead of paying every month for repetitive drills, you get a flexible, responsive speaking partner that actually helps you sound more natural. One of the things that makes ChatGPT different is that it trains your ear and your mouth at the same time. Instead of tapping answers or repeating isolated sentences, you can shadow real, flowing Spanish, listening and speaking almost simultaneously, matching the rhythm, speed, and melody of the language. You can slow things down, speed them up, and run phrases through your 3-pass method until they feel natural in your mouth. ChatGPT can also point out word linking, how native speakers blend sounds together. So, de nuevo often sounds more like de nuevo or de nuevo. That kind of real-time, responsive coaching simply isn't part of how most streak-based apps are designed. Rather than paying for an effective streak tracker disguised as a language course, ChatGPT lets you practice like a real speaker. It can generate custom scripts at your level, read them aloud, adjust speed while keeping natural linking, and explain what is happening in the pronunciation. Whether you are shadowing a monologue, role-playing a conversation, or drilling tricky sounds, you are training how Spanish feels and sounds in real life, not just how to maintain another digital streak. That tutor is AI. Traditional language learning methods, textbooks, classroom courses, even most apps, force you to learn Spanish the way they think you should learn it. You follow their curriculum, their pace, their examples about ordering coffee when you actually need to learn how to negotiate with a landlord in Medellin or explain your digital marketing services to a potential client in Mexico City. AI flips this completely. Instead of adapting yourself to a rigid system, AI adapts to you. Want to spend an entire session just practicing how to complain about your Airbnb's Wi-Fi? Done. Need to understand why native speakers say "me da pena" instead of "estoy avergonzado"? Just ask AI. Want 20 examples of the subjunctive used in real conversations about cryptocurrency? You got it. But here's what makes AI truly revolutionary. It gives you something that's been impossible to get without moving to a Spanish-speaking country: unlimited conversation practice. Not scripted dialogues, not multiple-choice questions, actual back-and-forth conversations where you make mistakes, get corrected naturally, and build real fluency. This guide shows you how to use AI to practice that vocabulary, master the grammar behind it, and build the confidence to actually use it in real life. In this book, you'll discover exactly which AI tools to use, specific techniques that accelerate your learning, proven prompts you can copy and paste today, and complete a 30-day action plan to take you from trying to learn Spanish to actually speaking Spanish. Let's get started. Chapter 1: Essential AI Tools for Spanish Learners. Let's cut through the noise. You don't need 20 different apps. You need the right tools used effectively. Here's your essential AI toolkit for learning Spanish. ChatGPT, your 24/7 conversation partners. Let ChatGPT be your primary learning tool. And the best part? It has a free version that is incredibly powerful for language learning. ChatGPT. I prefer the paid version of ChatGPT, but even the free version works. It's like having an infinitely patient Spanish tutor who never judges you, never gets tired, and can explain the same concept 50 different ways until it clicks. But most people waste them by asking vague questions like, "Teach me Spanish." Here's how to actually use them. Setting up effective learning prompts. Start every session by establishing context. Try this exact prompt. I want you to act as a native Latin American Spanish speaker and experienced Spanish instructor. I'm learning Spanish at an intermediate level. I'm a digital nomad currently in Colombia. I want you to be my Spanish tutor. Speak to me in Spanish, but when I ask for explanations, explain in English. Correct my mistakes gently and naturally, like a helpful friend would. Let's have a conversation about finding an apartment in Medellin. See what you did there? You set your level, gave context about your life, established how you want to be corrected, and provided a specific topic. You also added a role. By saying native Latin American Spanish speaker, you improve authenticity in phrasing. And by adding experienced Spanish instructor, you improve correction quality and explanations. That's the difference between getting generic textbook responses and having a conversation that's actually useful for your life. Important note: while you can type your prompts and receive written responses from ChatGPT, I strongly recommend activating voice mode in ChatGPT. Throughout this book, I will use the term voice mode. Whenever I use the term voice mode, I am referring to ChatGPT's dictate and use voice features. This allows you to practice speaking naturally while ChatGPT responds with spoken Spanish, while the text also appears on your device. Not only does this create a more immersive learning experience, but it also makes your study sessions far more efficient. Most people can speak much faster than they can type, allowing you to practice more and progress faster in less time. Creating custom tutoring sessions. The magic happens when you get specific. Instead of "teach me the past tense," try "I'm writing an email to a potential client in Mexico explaining my social media services. Help me write it in Spanish. Then explain why you chose certain verb tenses." Getting explanations in plain English. When AI explains something in Spanish and you're lost, just say, "Explain that to me like I'm 10 years old, in English, with 3 examples." The AI will break it down until it makes sense. Specialized language AI tools. AI-powered flashcards. Anki is the best spaced repetition system, and you can now supercharge it with AI. Use ChatGPT to generate custom flashcard decks. Create 50 Anki flashcards for Spanish restaurant vocabulary, including the Spanish word, English translation, and an example sentence using that word in context. Copy, paste, import. Done. Voice AI for pronunciation. This is where AI really shines. ChatGPT lets you have actual spoken conversations in Spanish, using voice features for speaking practice. Start with simple scenarios. Open the ChatGPT app, enable voice mode, and say in Spanish, Hola, quiero practicar español. Vamos a tener una conversación sobre el clima. Hi, I want to practice Spanish. We are going to have a conversation about the weather. Then just talk, stumble, make mistakes. The AI will understand you, respond naturally, and you'll build confidence. Real-time pronunciation feedback. Say a word you're unsure about. Then ask, ¿Pronuncié eso correctamente? Did I pronounce that correctly? The AI will tell you, and you can practice until you get it right. No judgment, no embarrassment, just repetition until it becomes natural. The key to all these tools? Consistency over perfection. 10 minutes daily with AI conversation beats a 2-hour session once a week. Pick 1 or 2 tools, use them every single day, and you'll be shocked at how fast you improve. Now, let's talk about setting up your actual learning system. Chapter 2. Setting up your AI learning system. What's the difference between people who dabble with AI and people who actually become fluent? A system. Not a rigid, soul-crushing system, but a simple framework that makes daily practice automatic. Creating your personalized learning prompt template. Think of this as your master prompt, a template you'll modify slightly each session, but that always establishes the foundation for effective learning. Here's the structure. I'm learning Spanish at your level. I'm your situation/profession. Currently living in or planning to visit location. My main goal is to specific goal. Act as my Spanish conversation partner. You are both a native speaker and a skilled Spanish instructor. You may specify Latin American Spanish, European Spanish, or a specific regional variety, such as Colombian Spanish, Mexican Spanish, or any other Spanish-speaking country. I want you to 1. Speak to me primarily in Spanish at my level. 2. When I make mistakes, correct me naturally, like, oh, you mean estoy, not soy. 3. When I ask for explanations, switch to English. 4. Keep responses conversational, not like a textbook. 5. Ask me follow-up questions to keep the conversation going. Today, let's practice specific topic/scenario. Save this somewhere you can copy and paste it quickly. Modify the bracketed parts each session. That's it. This one template will transform your AI interactions from random chats into focused learning sessions. Establishing your baseline. Be honest about your level. AI doesn't judge. Here's how to quickly establish where you actually are. Complete beginner, A1. You know hola and gracias, and that's about it. Tell the AI, I'm an absolute beginner. Use simple present tense, speak slowly, and use cognates when possible. Advanced beginner, A2. You can handle basic conversations, but still think in English first. Tell the AI, I understand present and past tense basics, but struggle with spontaneous conversation. Use simple sentences and common vocabulary. Intermediate, B1 to B2. You can survive in Spanish-speaking countries, but still make mistakes with the subjunctive, por/para, and ser/estar. Tell the AI, I'm intermediate. Challenge me with more complex structures, but explain when I'm confused. Advanced, C1 to C2. You can communicate fluently and precisely in almost any situation. Tell the AI, I'm advanced, but want to sound more natural and learn slang/idioms specific to region. Still not sure of your level? Ask the AI. Let's have a 5-minute conversation about my daily routine. Based on my responses, tell me honestly what level you think I am. Setting realistic goals with AI accountability. Here's a powerful technique. Make the AI your accountability partner. Start your week by telling it, I want to practice Spanish for 15 minutes daily this week. My specific goal is to feel comfortable ordering food at restaurants. At the end of each session, give me a score from 1 to 10 on my progress. On Sunday, review my week and tell me where I improved. The AI will remember within the conversation thread and actually hold you accountable. It sounds simple, but having something track your progress, even an artificial something, dramatically increases consistency. Organizing your AI learning sessions. Don't wing it. Here's a simple weekly structure. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Conversation practice. Different scenarios each time. Tuesday, Thursday. Grammar deep dive. Pick one thing you're struggling with. Saturday. Review the week's vocabulary and mistakes. Sunday. Free conversation about your actual life. Each session, 10 to 20 minutes. That's it. Short, focused, consistent. Sample conversation starters for different levels. Beginner level. Vamos a hablar sobre mi familia. Tengo. Let's talk about my family. I have. Quiero practicar números y compras. Estoy en el mercado. I want to practice numbers and shopping. I'm at the market. Ayúdame a describir mi casa. Help me describe my house. Intermediate level. Vamos a tener una conversación sobre mi trabajo remoto. Necesito explicar lo que hago. Let's have a conversation about my remote work. I need to explain what I do. Quiero practicar el pretérito y imperfecto. Cuéntame sobre tu día ayer y yo te cuento del mío. I want to practice the preterite tense and the imperfect tense. Tell me about your day yesterday and I'll tell you about mine. Tengo que negociar el precio de un apartamento. Hagamos un juego de roles de esta situación. I need to negotiate an apartment price. Let's roleplay the situation. Advanced level. Quiero sonar más natural cuando hablo de política y economía. Tengamos un debate sobre. I want to sound more natural when talking about politics and economics. Let's have a debate about. Enséñame modismos mexicanos que usan en conversaciones casuales. Teach me Mexican idioms used in casual conversations. Vamos a discutir este artículo de noticias. Aquí está el enlace. Let's discuss this news article. Here's the link. Tomorrow, open ChatGPT and use one of these starters. Right now. Don't wait until you feel ready. That's the whole point. AI lets you practice before you're ready.
What you just watched is only a small sample of what's inside Learn Spanish with AI, available now on Audible. Grab it today and you'll also receive a free PDF transcript that includes 50 powerful AI prompts to copy, paste, and use immediately to start speaking real conversational Spanish. Scan the QR code in the corner or click the link below to get it on Audible right now.